kind of been waiting for this day. The federal government has approved our stimulus payment plan. And so let's get Rev Tax Director Dafne Shimizu up onto the show. Good morning, Dafne.
Hi.
Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning. Good morning, Chris.
Okay,
so some good news.
Yeah, let's get right to it.
Oh my gosh, this is really great news for our people. And as you know, as you said, this is something that we've been working on for a while. So early this morning, I got news that our implementation plan was approved by the IRS and the Treasury. That's great news for our island. I want to just thank our people for being patient. Of course, you know, we're still waiting for the funding. The IRS and the Treasury have assured me that they're working on providing the funding as soon as possible. And so that, you know, will happen soon. You know, again, I just want to say thank you. And if you don't mind, do you think I can just share a story that I think is very perhaps relevant, and I hope maybe for me it was inspiring?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So, you know, over the weekend on Saturday, of course we had, you know, Santa Maria and Camelin was being brought around our island. And, you know, early that morning, my husband and I, we went to the grocery shopping, and then I was putting food away, and I got a message from one of my team members, and she says, Daphne, we're going to be outside, Rev Tax, you know, to be there to witness as Santa Maria passes by. And she says, and, you know, and that's expected to be at 10:40. So I said, okay. So I drove up to Rev Tax and sat in the parking lot, and it didn't dawn on me until I was sitting there that, you know, that Santa Maria and Camelin was scheduled to pass by Rev Tax at 10:40 in the morning. And I mean, I didn't get the connection, but I thought, you know, what are the chances she's going to pass by at the time that's like directly like correlated to when you think about income taxes in 1040? And so at that time, I also was communicating with IRS, and I want to share with people when you know, over the weekend I was able to witness Santa Maria and Camelin, you know, pass Rev Tax with my team. And then again in Jonia with my family, and then again in Mauricio with my father, because I didn't want him to be alone. And I just believe that, you know, that was great hope. That was it was just so moving to see a lot of people on the side of the roads just waving these like white handkerchiefs and napkins and papers and whatever it is that they could find. So for me, I just really believe God is here, and I really believe that God has been with us and guiding us, and I ask him always to pray for or to guide us, especially as we make decisions. You know, I will tell you, as we've been working on this, we've always done our best to have our people's best interest in mind. You know, I'm from here. I love Guam. I love our people. I'm so grateful to both of you as well. You know what? I have to say, you know, thank you for getting me on right away to make sure that we let our people know about this. You know, Rev Tax has been working so hard. My team was activated since right after the CARES Act was passed, and they were activated so that we can make sure that these payments get out to you, to our people here. And, you know, again, this is so important to us. So, you know, I want people to have hope. I want people to know that we are going to do our best to get these out to you. I promise you, this is so important to me personally. It's important to our team, my team here at Rev Tax. And can I just say thank you to them as well? Do you mind if I say thank you?
You got the floor, Def.
Okay, so we have, you know, of course we have our team of supervisors that's been up there like every day, including the weekends, and they work so hard. We have Nora and Norma Jean and Rose and Jean and Paul and Jerome and Craig and Larry and Marianne and Jason and Edmund and my partner, who I love, Michelle. She's been like one of my probably dearest friends for many years, and you know, she's been there to support me and to help get through this. So I just want to thank my team, but I also want to thank our people and thank them for their patience, and I want to just let them know that there's hope, and we're going to get these payments out to you as soon as possible. I do want to say though that you know, since the beginning of April, you know, when Governor Leon Guerrero did announce about the EIP, she did mention that, you know, within a couple of weeks from the time the plan is approved is when we'll expect to begin mass payments. And so, you know, the plan is approved today. And so, again, that's really, you know, I know people have the question about when, and that's really our answer this time is, you know, within a couple of weeks from now. You know, I don't have a whole lot of details. I've actually started work since about 2 or 3 this morning, so I was working in my pajamas and communicating with the IRS and get the media release out and trying to make sure that I got the information to all the media outlets. You know, I let Chris know. I try to let the other media outlets know. You guys are such great. They're so great at getting the information out. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will share with you that I know people listen because, as soon as the non-filer form went out, you know what, and the EIP email address went out, like on the first day that we put up the EIP address on a Sunday night, and by the Monday night at 11 o'clock, we had 221 emails.
Wow.
And our team did their best to answer all of them, but we're doing our best to get the information out to the community as quickly as we can. And again, I can assure you, I love Guam. I love our people. I'm here to serve. I'm very inspired by my own team who have said to me, ma'am, we're public servants and this is what we do. And, again, we're here to serve our people and we're going to do our best to make sure we do that. And I don't have a whole lot of time because I have to get back to my team. Actually, I have to get to the office so we can work on getting the guidance out. But if you don't mind, can I share a few items which my team wanted me to mention? So, we want to remind people of a few things. One of them is please make sure you sign your returns when you put them on in the Dropbox or when you send them in the mail. We're finding that some people are not signing their returns, and that when you don't sign your return, it's actually not considered a completed return, and we're going to have to contact you somehow to get you to sign it. So those will not be considered valid. So before you submit, make sure that all of the information is complete. If there's attachments, that those attachments are complete, and that you definitely sign the form because we will not process it if it's not completed. And that's really important. Norma Jean, who is she's our customer service supervisor, and is probably one of the most patient people I've ever met in my life. She says, can you please make sure you tell people this? So the other thing is if you filed the 2019 or a 2018 tax return, please do not file the non-filer form. That non-filer form is only for people who are not required to file for those years. And the other thing that's happening is people are trying to email their forms to us. You really have to utilize the Dropbox or make sure that you send it to us by U.S. Postal Service mail, or if there's a payment, pay it at the Treasurer Guam Cashier at ITC building. But Sabrina and Chris, again, I want to thank you.
I just had one question. I'm so sorry. We had someone had commented, some people who made $10,000 or less haven't gotten a stimulus check. And then there's also this person says they know someone who made over $25,000 and they received a stimulus check. What can you tell us about that? And are there people still waiting for the advance payments? Or are we done paying those out?
We were basically done as far as I know, but I will tell you the best thing to do is for those individuals, if anybody has any questions, we do have a call center that we set up. We actually stood up a call center within the last couple weeks in anticipation of the implementation plan being approved. So please make sure you call our call center. The call center numbers are in our media release at 635-1840-4142. And so we have about 6 or 7 phone numbers that you can call. But because we really experience a very high call volume, if you have any questions at all, please email Guam EIP, that's GUAME like Echo, I like Igloo, P like Papa, at revtax.guam.gov. And again, I just want to say thank you to the DRT team, also to the DOA and Treasurer Guam teams, to our whole fiscal team, to our administration for the support. And, I really appreciate all the support that our governor and lieutenant governor have given to me and our team. And I also appreciate all the media for just being really supportive as well of our team. You know what? You guys actually have been so great. And my team loves to listen to you guys in the morning.
Thank you, Daphne. And when you say you appreciate all the media, you mean that you appreciate us the most, right?
Well, you know what, Chris, I did tell you I couldn't be on at 7:16 because, we have created kind of a prayer group where we pray at 7:14 and 7 in the morning and 7:14 in the evening, and that's because of 2 Chronicles. And so, you know what, I've been asking people, and if they can commit to praying twice a day, just some of my friends. And so I told Chris, I said, if you could just give me until 7:16, then I can get on the line with you. And he called me at 7:15, and I was right at the last line. That's why it rang so long. Right. But I always do my best to answer calls when I can. Of course, if I'm in meetings and other things, I will let you know if I can't. But, again,
yeah.
I want to thank you guys. I really, really appreciate, you guys getting out the information. I appreciate you guys putting our non-filer forum up and making sure that our community has the right information. The last thing, if I could just share with you and leave with you, because I know one of the big questions was with regards to Social Security recipients and veterans disability recipients, who will be paying those? So we just were able to clarify in the finalization of our plan that for all Guam residents, including Social Security and veterans disability recipients, those are going to be paid out of the Guam Division of Department of Revenue and Taxation. And so we will be issuing guidance very soon. DRT has been working, really hard in anticipation of the plan being approved to begin to put our guidance together so that we can release that within the week. We'll get those information out to all of our people. And again, I want to thank them. I want to thank our island. I want to thank our people and let them know that, I pray for our people. I pray for our government. I pray for you both. And, I'm so grateful to God right now. I just want to say I really believe God is here and he's really guiding us in everything that we're doing.
Well, you guys are doing a great job. We thank you so much for all the hard work you guys have been putting into this. I mean, you're definitely one of the shining stars in this administration. So, again, thank you.
Thank you, Daphne.
Well, thank you, guys. Have a great day.
God bless you. Wash your hands.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. Daphne Shimizu, Department of Revenue Tax. And, they also just released a whole bunch of tax refunds.
Right. And, people are, I know that we have questions here that are going on in the stream, but as you can see, she's very limited for time.